Hello, everybody. What's going on? Happy Nightwish Sunday. It has been a few weeks, and I am a mess. I'm sorry. Moving is not fun. But today we have a special guest joining in, and her name, you might recognize her. I don't know. Hold on here. Where is she? There you are.
Hey.
Hi, Tauri. So.
Hey.
Your great idea of live streaming the new Auri album. So I cannot thank you enough.
Yeah, it's taken me a lot of willpower not to listen to this.
Me too. I'm dying. I got it downloaded immediately off iTunes, and I'm like, yeah. And then, like, if I'm in the car and it's on shuffle, I like hurry up and I like press the button, like, no.
See, I haven't even added it to my playlist because I knew I just wouldn't be able to like not listen to it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm waiting until we've done this and then I'll add it.
Yeah, I have it already. I had to. I'm like, I gotta just do it. It's like ripping up a Band-Aid for me. So today, you guys, there won't be any visuals. It's just going to be the audio files, and I figured out a way to stream without it sounding mumbled and jumbled. We have the we got the comment section all here. Look at what Marco L says. It'll probably get blocked. We'll probably get blocked. We don't know. It's just an audio file, so hopefully not. I've converted it to MP3. So are you ready to do this?
I am so ready.
All right. Yes. So the album is Auri 2, and Those We Don't Speak Of is the title of the album, and I love that title. So here's the first song, and this is Those We Don't Speak Of.
She just sounds like a siren.
Oh, yeah. I like what you said about Johanna being the siren. And if you guys are new to Auri, what Auri consists of is Tuomas Troy from Nightwish and Johanna, Tuomas's wife. And we got a comment here. Double T says, need to show these two amazing gals. Thank you, Tauri, for certain thing. We'll wait to, oh my God. I don't even know what y'all got cooking. All right. I just can't wait. This is going to be great.
They come at night, rush gently by.
Look at the lyrics.
Your dreams they weave, those we don't speak of.
Like, she's already giving me goosebumps.
Oh yeah.
Souls of both young and old, and fears you get, they'll serve you cold.
Like, I know what you mean about the goosebumps, because it's she's got that most, like, the whimsical voice. What is your take?
She's like, to me, she's like a siren mixed with like an elven princess, like just perfect fantasy voice. It's what she has.
It's like you're in like the Lord of the Rings or like Final Fantasy.
Right. And just with Tuomas's writing skills, for this project. It just goes over it really perfectly, and I'm excited to hear more Troy as well, because we don't he's more in the background for Nightwish. So
oh yeah, okay, let's see.
Yes, I do, Thomas.
They'll lead you through your childhood scenes, untimely falls of hearts pristine, and more. They step at your call. You run until you bleed. You try to hide, but onto you they keep, until you burn. They return. Those we don't speak of.
Oh.
And finally, as dawn pours in, they let you stare across the morning still. But oh, come night, your dreams they find. Those we don't speak of.
Dang. Now that was Those We Don't Speak Of. Holy cannoli. Wow.
That gave me very nightmare vibes.
Yeah.
Just creepy when you close your eyes. And I mean, personally, I'm one of those people who never remembers their dreams, or like I don't have, my imagination isn't vivid or anything like that. I never remember my dreams, even my nightmares. But from, people, my sister is very creative, and she's like that. And it gives me, like, as soon as you close your eyes and you got, your imagination is running wild and just creepy and scary, and like she was saying, just those you don't speak of, just creep factor.
See, I'm the exact opposite. Like, I remember all of my dreams, and I've actually have this like remarkable, like, weird talent that if I am dreaming and like I wake up from this dream, I can literally go back to sleep and pick up where I left off.
See, there's something, I think there's a condition where people don't have a mind's eye, and I think that's what I have. I can't remember what it's called. I'll have to Google it, but I don't, my mind is just blank all the time, and it's really weird. And I'd love to be in somebody, like my sister, she can sit down and just draw and it comes out perfect, whereas I can't do that.
That's insane. That's awesome. But hey, you know what? Maybe it's your body's way of protecting, your mind's way of protecting.
Yeah, it might be, all that past stuff that we've both gone through,
Right. And like what I love so much about this album and that song is those we don't speak of. And I think that if you block people and situations out, you have to deal with them accordingly. But like once you are getting over all of that, you block it out. Like it's just easier to move on and just don't speak about it anymore. What is that? How do you say that? How do you tackle that one? Tawaka Beer Mole. Thank you so much. Thank you. I have to say hello to Alex Hoover. This woman here has been day one since I started this channel, and she went on a brief hiatus, and I just have to welcome her back. Welcome with open arms. We missed you, and we're very worried, and we're glad you're okay. So we almost went on a campaign to find her. We were like, "Where's Alex Hoover? Haven't seen her in a while. So glad you're back." You know, I think that our dreams represent a lot. You know, it's just crazy.
It's called Avantasia is what it's called.
Oh, that's so cool. What a great name.
Yeah.
So like immediately, like the way I think that opening of that album is like, okay, it can either go one or two ways. It could go really dark or more whimsical, like the Auri that we know.
Well, I was watching an interview between Troy and Tuomas as well, and Troy actually convinced Tuomas to put this one at the beginning of the album because he wasn't going to originally.
Yeah. So. I think I seen that same interview on YouTube.
The next one is The Valley, right?
Yeah, The Valley is next.
I've already done a reaction to this, so I'm interested to hear your thoughts on it.
Cool. Okay, good. Because I haven't heard it yet. All right, cool. This is The Valley. It's fire.
With me, fellow, you alone came to visit the lonely wanderer, solely wondering from which wind I do not know. You arrived on a tiny cat's feet, fragile dancer, with a lonely wanderer. Here, my friend, in the valley, time crawls, but it's a merry way. There's a tune to catch before I come.
I like how they opened that with like the crackling of the fire, and she was talking about she had two different people, and the marriage, like the coming together and walking alongside each other. I think it's still like Auri it's so different from Nightwish. Like it's so like I'm hearing all of these sounds just like Nightwish, but like this is more like I don't hear the hard guitars. And I think Beaky K, or who said this? Somebody said that. Let me see here. Somebody was who said it? Somebody was saying that Kai Hato was even on a little bit of the drums here.
Yeah, he did. He has appeared on some of the drums that they were saying. But this, like, Auri is more because Tuomas wanted Nightwish to be more of a sit around the campfire type band, but then it kind of expanded into more symphonic metal.
Yeah.
So now Auri has become what he originally wanted Nightwish to be.
Yeah. So, and I love that. I
do too.
Yeah, and I get that feeling that like we're in a campground together and like listening to this, and it's telling a story like Nightwish does, but it's also like it's not like explosive symphonic metal like Nightwish.
It's like if you need just something chill just to listen to, if you're not really in the mood for like that heaviness of the guitars and the bass and all that, you can just come and listen to Auri and just have Johanna just sing you a lullaby, basically, is how her voice, singing you to sleep kind of thing. So.
Oh yeah, I loved her on the Scrooge McDuck, the Lifetime of Adventures.
Yeah,
and she is just, that's the first time I heard her, and I'm like, whoa, like, and it's like I think that two people, there couldn't be two better people to be married to one another because they're so vocally, musically talented. It's so crazy. I heard a rumor that Tuma sings a little on this album.
Yeah, he does some of the backing vocals, I think.
I can't wait. I'm trying to pick up on him.
He did sing like way in the beginning of Nightwish, like on their first album. I think there's a couple of songs where he sings like, and he has a decent voice. It's not terrible. It's not like he thinks it's absolutely awful and he will never sing again. But it's
right.
It's
so
really
crazy because we don't think that, but people are so self-conscious,
Yeah.
Especially when you're battling up against, you're going up against like his wife, you're going up against Floor and Annette and Tarja,
and
you feel
Marco,
exactly. You feel like, oh my, and even Troy's got some amazing vocals as well. Okay, so the Valley, this is so neat. All right, I'm gonna start it again.
Creek is the drone, fire sets the tone, spring tune, there you are, come visit the lonely wanderer. Slowly wandering, I've invited the moon memories to endless cares and needs. For now, shoe spring tune, so glad she came. To the lonely wanderer, hear my friend in the valley. Time crawls, but it's a merry way. There is a tune to catch before I come. Hear my friend in the valley. Time crawls, but it's a merry way. There's a tune to catch before I come.
Oh, I love this. There's Kai. Troy.
Lost to the world until tonight. The needless claptrap makes you high. There's a valley ahead to greet us with the journey's end. You, my friend in the valley.
I love how they lift it up and go light like that.
Yeah.
There is a tune to catch before I come.
Now that was like what it reminds me of is like folk music.
Yeah.
Like let's see, Tawaka was saying reminds me of the Scarborough Fair. And it gives me that folk feeling, like folk music where it's just like amazing. It's like, yeah, you're at like a fair or something. It brings you to a happy place, I think. And
I have to laugh at your pronunciation of Scarborough.
What is it? Scarborough?
Well, you guys say Scarborough, but we say Scarborough.
Yeah, we do. We do. Us Americans are goofy, and I really enjoy, how he did go back to the roots of what he wanted Nightwish to be.
Yeah.
It's very whimsical, fairy tale like, and like you said, it's like sitting around a campfire.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say this song when I first reacted to it, it reminds me, it's like the valley and they're talking about journeys, and us as human beings go on so many journeys throughout our lives, and it really spoke to me for that reason.
Yep.
Getting to where we are at this point and what we've been through to get to where we are and to make us the people we are.
Yeah. I say that all the time to people, like, oh my God, you've been through so much. And it's like, yeah, but it's made me who I am today.
Yeah.
And, I couldn't be more grateful for the traumatic and horrible things that happen in my life, because it's a journey, it's a learning lesson, and it makes us stronger human beings, physically, emotionally, mentally, everything. And I love I love how, the life is full of valleys and ups and downs, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you
Definitely.
you have to make it make the best out of it. So there's only like I think a minute left in this song, but what I loved too was how Kai came in there and it wasn't overwhelming. The drums fit
Right.
in. Like I think Tumas has an inept ability to just piece things together so nicely and make it all work perfectly. It's like
Right. There isn't one thing that's out of place. It all fits. Like a jigsaw puzzle. It just all fits, and it's,
yeah,
nothing's overbearing and nothing's overwhelming, and apart from the feelings he
right.
throws out there.
Yeah,
But
and what I think about what is so great about this is that you can make it relatable to
yeah.
you, to your
Yeah.
own story, and
And that's what Thomas has always said about his music as well. He has his meaning behind the lyrics, but he also says that he likes his fans to interpret them in their own way as well.
yeah,
Because I think when musicians just stick to having what they think the song should be about, then it's lost.
yeah.
Because one song might mean something to me, but it'll mean something completely different to somebody else. So
Absolutely. It's our own interpretation of the song. And like you said, I think you're right, is when they cut that off and cut that out. It's like, but wait a minute, like it's supposed to be relatable. Music is soothing, it's healing. And we go to it because we can relate to it and it helps us heal
right.
what we've been through. So I think like that is a great point. Okay, we got like a minute left. So we're gonna play the rest of the valley and then we'll go on to the next one.
Okay.
Oops, sorry.
And hey, Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
Time crawls, but it's a merry way. The tune has come, I'll play once we meet. You're my friend in the valley. Time crawls, but it's a merry way. There is a tune to catch before I come.
I like that layering of her voice right there.
Yeah.
Time crawls, but it's a merry way. Our tune has come, I'll play once we meet.
How pretty was that? Oh my gosh. Now they sped up that like at the end, like they were just like, okay, then let's give us your all real quick and show you what we're capable of here. That
Right.
was absolutely beautiful. I think the meaning behind the song was amazing. The vocals, everything. Like who's playing like the violin? I heard a violin in there.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it was Troy. Or even, I don't know if Johanna plays any instruments or if she just if she just sings, but
yeah.
Willa is right. All three of them did contribute to the writing of the lyrics and the music as well. So
Yeah. I heard that. I think on that interview, he was saying something about that, like everybody does their part. And that's important too, I think, because it doesn't feel so isolated that only one person is working on it. It doesn't feel like what I love about Thomas is he lets that control go. And he lets everybody be and enter their creative ideas and stuff.
right.
But I love that. Okay, the next one is called The Duty of Dust. Now, I ain't heard this one either. Have you?
No.
Oh, wait, no. Because you haven't heard it either. Okay.
The only other one I've heard is the one after this, which is Pearl Diving, which is the first single they brought out.
Yeah, I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that one yet. I've been like dying to hear this whole album. It's been so hard because I'm one of those people that don't like surprises.
No, I don't either. Like,
okay, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, when, especially a band you like that brings out new music, and then you're like, oh, well, now I have to wait to listen to it until I can get on here and film for it.
I know. That's how hard it is. Like, when like their new Love Bites that came out, I haven't checked it out yet.
Yeah.
And like the new Tom McDonald, I haven't checked it out yet because I want to I want to record authentic reaction, the first time reaction, like whoa, or oh my god, this is just so awesome. I think it's important as reactors that we do that. We record our first reaction so it's genuine.
Yeah, that's why with Nightwish, I never I always put it out as Favorite Friday instead of a reaction, because obviously I knew them all prior.
Oh yeah, it's difficult. Like a lot, like I would love to put out reactions of Everdream or like Adema Rue and stuff like that, but I can't do it because I've heard them already. It's like dang. So hopefully like if they create a new album, we'll have more material to work with and do reactions to. So this one, excuse me, it's The Duty of Dust, and this one is let's see. It's a Nightwish length. It's 6 minutes and 12 seconds. So it's a short Nightwish length.
Right.
All right, you guys, The Duty of Dust. Pardon me while I eat my breakfast, my cheese.
Knees are graced, digging soil for the soul. Nails are cracked by the widening hole, and the clouds pour into the silent gloom, full of memories lost.
Oh, I can already feel this one's gonna make me cry.
Oh yeah. I think from Rip, they know how to play with our emotions, right?
Well, yeah, and then it sounds like the subject matter is about people that have come and gone in your lives, like who have passed on, and
yeah,
I've got 3 grandparents right now that are reaching that time,
yeah,
and I feel like it's all going to hit us at the same time. My husband's got his grandfather and his great aunt. They're both in their 90s, and then my grandma's in her 90s. So
wow,
it's just a lot.
Yeah, it is because I think everybody has lost somebody once in their life, and or are going to lose somebody in their life, and it's very like we can all relate to that pain. It takes years. I've lost all of my grandparents. They're all gone.
Yeah, and, this for me, this grandma is going to be the hardest because she helped raise my brother, sister, and I. Yeah. She was there for after school pickups, and we stayed at her house and had dinner there, and things like that. So it's going to be her nickname was Green Grandma because she had a green door.
Nice.
But it fit now as we're older because she has a green thumb too. So
see, I'll kill everything. I get fake.
I do too, yeah.
Actually, succulents I do well with. So okay, this is the Duty of Dust, and like that's exactly what the gist of it is. And if you guys can relate, let's try to make it a healing, like a healing song. Hopefully, I don't know yet. Let's see what Johanna has to say. Oh boy.
It is the duty of dust to remind us that which must never, ever be forgotten.
Aww. The trance to fire, we never tire. Bright knives of memories now lost.
These are graves taking soil for the soul.
Well, that just gave me goosebumps.
Right? Oh my God.
Sorry
So,
coming in there.
right. And I'm like, Trey, how did you get so dark and mysterious? Like, amazing.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. We got a couple super chats. Thank you so much. I'm going to call you NME. Thank you so much. And we got another one from Tawaka. So thank you guys. So yeah, like she was talking about memories being like knives and like keeping the memories fresh so we don't forget the people that we lost. And she's talking about loss, and memories can be like a knife sometimes, like a jagged knife.
Definitely. You know, I'm sure he won't mind me sharing. I don't know if he's watching right now. I put the link in our Discord just for, all my husband's gaming community. But I think like a couple of weeks ago, his granny's birthday passed, and he's so busy with work right now. And she passed just before, it was just after we just started talking. So we hadn't because we met online, we hadn't physically met yet. And and she passed before I got to meet her.
Oh no!
But her birthday was like a couple of weeks ago, and he's just been so incredibly slammed at work that he just forgot, and he came home and he just suddenly remembered, and he was like, "Oh no!" And it was, it's like a knife to the heart. And I'm like, it's not, you can't. It's not your fault. You can't do anything about it.
Right.
It's just one of those things, and life moves on. And she would be happy with how settled you are right now, and.
Absolutely.
We've been married, we'll be 10 years in next August. So, whereas before that, he'd been just life happening and all of that stuff. So.
Oh yeah, like my grandmother, I would like your grandmother. I was very, very close to my grandmother, and she had passed away before. Like I watched her die.
Yeah.
Like literally, physically watched her pass, and I'm looking at her before, like when she was diagnosed with COPD and the heart conditions, and she had to have a pacemaker put in. And I'm looking at her, I'm like, she's never going to see my children. And I realized it then and there. And when she passed away, for 2 years, every day I cried hysterically, just cried and cried. And she came into me in a dream 2 years after she had passed away to the day, because she died right around Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. It was like 2 days after Thanksgiving that she passed away. And she came to me in a dream, and she looked at me. She's like, I am fine. And I want you to be fine, because I was just devastated. And after that, it got easier. But I can relate, because when we're so busy, maybe that's a coping mechanism as well.
Yeah.
Stay busy. Yeah. So you're not focused on it. Because I was just, I was a kid. So, when I wasn't busy working or whatnot, I was sitting there thinking and just, it's hard. Oh, it's hard. It's hard to lose somebody. I definitely think that everybody can relate to this one. It's hard. Let's see what they have to say. But I'm going to back it up just a tad when Troy came in there. Yeah, because I want to see that again or hear it again.
These are graves taking soil for the soul. Nails are cracked by the widening hole, and the clouds pour into the silent blue, warm pool of memories lost.
Oh, what a smooth transition!
I really loved how they put that in there with it just felt very soulful.
Yeah.
With Troy's deep. I don't know if Tuomas was laid over as well, because I thought I heard a bit of layering with the voices.
I did too.
But yeah, I'm really glad they're utilizing Troy's vocals more. Because he fits this kind of music, the folky style.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna back it up a little bit again, just so that transition, because I want to hear that transition again. But I think I could just picture Troy in a church or in some kind of big amphitheater, and the echo is it's
like just a cathedral type setting.
Yeah.
And having that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Like they never cease to amaze me, these guys. So okay, we're gonna go back just a tad smidget and then into Johanna's transition there.
These are graves taking soil for the soul.
I hear too.
Nails are cracked by the
Yeah, so I think Thomas is in there too.
and the clouds pour into the silent blue, warm pool of memories long.
To the empty street and ask where it's going, and if you're welcome, oh,
Sending big hugs, Ralph.
Yes.
this song of memories lost is the twilight mood and music of ancient stories
Remind me of our time with your warm dark breath. You need to waste from distant stars. You see now where we have gone, drowning in memories lost.
Wow.
Yeah. It's almost like it was almost like tribal coming in there. Like it was like I got the sense of like ascending to like heaven and
Yeah,
and
like a
whatnot.
celebration of somebody's life right there, that it's kicking in, and it's like it's that final send off for somebody like this. I obviously I'm gonna go and re-listen to this after we finished when I put it on my playlist, but
Yep.
I think this is gonna probably be a song that I'm gonna request for my own funeral, because it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. It's basically, hey, listen, I lived my life the way I wanted to live it. I'm happy. I'm at peace. Everything's okay. Celebrate my life, not my death.
Right.
Yes.
Don't be sad for me. Just celebrate all the happy memories that you have of me, and I'll always be here around you. Just
Absolutely.
in the little things in life that remind me of
Oh yeah. I see cardinals all the time, and I'm like, hi, Graham. Hi. Hey. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna back it up just a smidgen again because of how that came in. It's just this song is like I'm looking at the timer, and I'm like, oh my, this is not even halfway through yet, and it's like they're giving us so much. Like
it must have a big instrumental outro then, because the lyrics are almost like I've got the lyrics pulled up and there's only like one verse left. So.
Oh, dang. Okay, good. I can't wait to finish this. This is going to be awesome. This is just so epic, the way they write music and just perform it. It's just puts a smile on my face, but it's also these lyrics are really getting to me. I'm like, oh man, I'm like choking back the tears.
It's taking me especially when Troy comes in, I'm like, it's just like hitting me in the heart.
Oh yeah, that's what they do to us. Like Tuma said, I can't show emotions, so I do it through my songs.
Right.
Yeah. So this is a neat one. All right, then let's figure this out. See where we're going.
Dark breath, you need to waste from distant stars. You see now where we have gone, drowning in memories lost.
No one wants to have a migraine around here. Here. There. Wow.
The duty of dust to remind us that which must never, ever be forgotten.
Wow.
What a
So
song.
yeah. Okay. So you were saying like there's gonna be a big outro, but like they ended it with the last verse, and there was like that they just went ham bananas before they sung that last verse. That was pretty dope.
Yeah, it's that last verse is like a final goodbye, like a,
Yeah.
you know, just
Yeah.
remember me and don't be sad
Yeah.
about me. Just wow.
Yeah, that was a doozy, that one, but I think they hit it on the head with the message that they were trying to portray, especially given the song title. It's yeah, because like it's they are so damn good. My God, I can't even. It's like wow, it's just like Nightwish telling a story, but this one is like more messages, you know what like
Yeah.
that was more of a message like hey, you know. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
I'm getting like recurring, like the song's finished, but I'm still like my goosebumps keep coming
Yeah,
from that.
you know, I think that you know it was just a beautiful, you know, the transition from what Troy was giving us and the drums and everything and then into the last verse. It was so beautiful, and
Yeah.
it just never ever forgot, you know, don't ever forget me. I may be gone, I'm not forgotten. So one of those things, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Just
think
amazing.
there's like a saying, something like that you die twice. The first time is when you pass physically, and then the second time is when somebody mutters your name for the last time, like in memory.
Oh my gosh. So you never, you know, it's, yeah, that's
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
That's a sad way to look at it. I've seen those videos where people, there's like, I don't know if it's real or not, but it's the soul leaving the body. And like, there's people from hospice that tell stories all the time. My grandmother knew she was going to die.
Yeah.
She was like, you need to get here or I'll never speak to you again.
Yeah, my granddad was the same. My dad was, we were late, so we missed him actually passing. But he sent everybody. He was like in a hospital room, and my family's pretty big. My dad's one of 5, and then there's all the cousins and everybody. So everybody was there, and he sent everybody out of his room apart from my grandma. And he just knew, he just wanted my grandma there, and then he just passed. Yeah.
Oh,
So
bless him. You know,
people know that.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
It's
we'll never know what's after, but I think
no.
people who are in hospices and things like that do know when that final stage,
Yeah.
or sometimes they need that helping hand of, I'm going to be okay, and just basically telling them that you're ready, that
Yeah.
don't hang around for me, and that it's okay to go.
Oh yeah. You know, I think firmly believe that our loved ones are all like, hey, listen, we don't want you to, you know, be dreadful all the time. Mourn my loss, but move on and live your life because none of them would want us to be
Right.
sunk in a depression so bad where we can't even move,
Yeah.
you know. Okay, so the next one, I think you said that you've heard pearl diving before, or you got the
Yeah.
lyrics, you said.
No, I've heard this one. This was the first single they released from
Okay,
the
that's
album.
right. That's right. Yeah. I
But
think
I
I'm
think
getting
you
Alzheimer's or something. I can't hardly remember anything anymore. All right. So pearl diving. Now this is 6 minutes 16 seconds long, and the rest are only like 3. There's one that's almost 7 minutes. So these songs are much shorter than Nightwish songs, but I think they're still absolutely, they get the messages across and they start and finish great. So this one is pearl diving. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I have a boat which I've never sailed. Onto its mast my colors nailed. It's loaded with years and years of hope. It reflects and cuts my capstan rope. My family sexed and just filling moon. The old tree sings in perfect tune.
Now this one is more upbeat and the tempo is a lot different. What is your take on it so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think this one is, like she says, she has a boat which I've never sailed, which I think is like them wanting to go on like an adventure and just put themselves out there. And, for me, my main adventure in life so far has been moving from a country I never thought I would leave and my little village that I never thought I would leave, and jumping on a plane with literally 2 suitcases and that's it, and moving to a completely foreign country I'd only ever been to once.
Oh yeah.
Like previously. Obviously I came a couple of times when my husband and I were getting to know each other, but apart from that, it was all new, and it was, I just couldn't not do it. It would have always been in the back of my mind, what would have happened, what if, if I never did it. So
oh yeah, that's how I feel about life like this today. It's like, we only live one time. Our life on this earth is so short, and why not be adventurous? Like, I'm literally just now starting to travel and get to see things that I've never seen before, and it's absolutely, it's amazing. And for you to take your whole life and just, to transplant here and move here, that's an adventure of a lifetime. That's amazing.
Yeah, and I was only 23 at that time.
Oh
so
my
I was very young.
Oh, absolutely. That is young, but it's hey, you have you are an official American. You are a citizen, and it's different here.
Not yet, but I'm getting there.
You'll get it.
I have my green card, and we're gonna go for the citizenship next, because I can have dual citizenship. So
that's cool.
I can have both.
Yeah, so you can go back and forth.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about. I can have my British passport and an American passport. So
that's awesome. You'll get it. Listen, you'll get it. You'll get it. No problem. Tawaka says, would you be willing to hear Celtic Woman, the voice? I've heard that before. Have you heard it yet?
Mm-mm.
Oh gosh. Yeah, you got to check it out. I think it's absolutely amazing.
All right, hang on. Let me put it on my list real quick so I don't forget about it.
Celtic Woman, the voice. It's absolutely, like, these women are absolutely awesome. Wait till you see them. I think it's great. Thank you, Tawaka. That was so awesome. You guys, thank you so much. Okay. So we're going to finish pearl diving. Pearl diving. Pearl diving. They're diving for pearls. So here we go. Glad you have the lyrics.
Miserable sky with lungs of soot in the bright filthy.
That's very true, Jerry.
Yeah.
Shopping center from the nice tall sleep. I know you're down there and swaying, help, I'll find you.
Aww.
I feel like child about to board a ghost train with piercing sirens blaring. Who rings of the roses I'll move slow, scared.
How pretty. Now, who just came in with that guitar, though?
I think that's Troy.
It's Troy play. Oh yeah, because
he has that. He has. I can't remember what it's called, but he uses it on The Greatest Show on Earth. That it's like a pick thing. I don't know what it's called, but it changes the tone of the guitar to that type of sound.
What is that thing called? Oh, you'll have to Google it and find out because I don't know what. But that's it. He is like the layers of like when she was singing, and you could hear like different layers of even female voice. I don't know if it was Troy's or her, but they all melted together so great. And what a great recovery song from the last one. Like we were like, oh my goodness, oh it's so sad. But then like here it's just talking about good childhood, feeling like a kid again, and you're upbeat and all that.
Going on an adventure. Going on an adventure, and that's it. It's called an EBO.
An EBO, that's it. And look,
Veronique said
you got it. Yep, EBO. Well, I should have known that. God bless America. I should have known that. It's Stuart. Yeah, he plays the bouzouki as well as the uilleann pipes. Troy is just one talented man.
He just plays so many instruments that it blows my mind. Like
he's like Prince.
Talent that man has.
Yeah, even Veronique said it first. It was an EBO. It's so cool too because he's like Prince. He could play all these instruments,
Yeah.
So okay, I'm gonna finish the song because after this I have to take a short little break because I have to use the ladies' room again, of course, because I've drank 7 cups of coffee today because I can't learn my lessons. It's like geez, Louise. How pretty is this? I guess our ship has landed.
Descended, heart feels red, just as your gal voice said. Swooping and turning, the bridges are burning. Is it so much to take that will break? Am I a man upon the land or a silky on the sea? Just as I suspected, you're not what I expected. Open the shell, pull me close, and where the salt is spit, I will not resist you, but I'm slow and scared. Alive, I hope that you are there. I hope to find you there. I will not resist you, but I'll move slow and scared. Alive and clear away, and clear away.
The
And then
seagulls.
the
Yeah.
gulls in the back.
I think like this, you know, they give us an adventure. And what that did was that gave me like 80s movies vibes, you know, like
Oh
those,
yeah,
like
yeah,
I felt like I was there in an 80s movie, and it was like what, like Pretty in Pink or just something at the end, like this epic, like an epic climax to that song. And then they just like all came out swinging on that one. It was so cool.
yeah. Just I love Johanna's voice at the end right there, where she's just vocal, and she's not singing. She's just like she's not singing lyrics. She's just singing along with the instruments, and
Oh yeah.
it's so beautiful.
It really is. You know, I think like you said, and like we were talking about earlier, they put this together so nicely, and
Hmm.
like perfect puzzle pieces. And it's just like and when they have these big epic moments, you're just like, oh my God. It's like
Yeah, so in that one, like when I first heard it, I wasn't expecting like you paused just before it dropped.
yeah.
Like I wasn't expecting that drop at all, and then it comes back up and goes light again.
Uh-huh.
I just I was like, what? That came
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
I think like his writing style, sometimes he throws us monkey wrenches, and we're just like,
Yeah,
where did that come from? And we weren't
yeah,
expecting it. It's like that he gives us stuff that you know, it's not predictable is what I love
right,
about it. It's not
right.
repetitive. It's not like
Yeah, and
it's
that's like talking of repetitive. It was I don't know if it was her latest cover, but one of Floor's covers that she did, Agape,
yeah.
was very repetitive. Like I don't like I loved her cover, of course, because it's Floor, but the
Yeah.
song itself just didn't impress me just because of how repetitive and just the same words and the same melody over and over again. For me it gets boring.
Yeah, see
Like
me, I'm different. Like I loved her cover. It was like anything, like her presence alone can
oh
like make
yeah.
me like drop to my knees. I don't know what
Yeah,
it
I
is
mean,
about her.
I like because I listened to the original before I checked out hers, and I was like, "Oh no, I don't know if I'm gonna like this." But then I was like, "How are you even questioning this? It's Floor. She makes everything better."
Right, right. I see. I didn't even listen to the original whatsoever. I just go in there like I just want to see what she does, and
Yeah.
I'm so interested in what she does. And what I love about Ari here is that it's these guys, and we're, you know, it takes and put your focus in on Troy, on Thomas and Joanna, and even Kai is in here, and it's like it's taking us away from the whole Nightwish
Right,
vibe.
right. It's
Eh,
completely different. Like you don't even think about like if you didn't know who was in this band, you wouldn't associate it with Nightwish whatsoever.
right, right. And like Troy's in some other there's a singer out there, her name is Leah, and he's featured on some of her stuff as well. And
I know Joanna's got another project too. Well, she's got two more. One that's with Delane's keyboardist. He's starting a new one. Yeah.
Yeah, Martin and her. Here, 1 second here. I want to see this. Tori, just curious, are you a Taurus like me, or a play on a name?
No, it's so my Tori actually came from The Hobbit, Toriel. But when because it's my gaming tag, like I game, and when I tried to put Tori, like I'd just been to see The Hobbit, and I was like, oh, that would be a really cool like gaming name. She's like an elf, like a elf huntress type thing.
That's you completely.
And
That's you.
and but somebody already taken it, so I shortened it to Tori, and then it's just stuck as Tori ever since. So
And I
yeah,
love it.
I'm
I'm a
I'm
Taurus, though. I'm
I'm
a
a
Taurus.
Pisces.
I could see that. I could see that totally. I'm a Taurus, stubborn as they come. I'm gonna take a little short break. So if you want to answer some
I'm
comments,
gonna
you
go to
can
the
do that.
bathroom as well
Okay,
while
let's
you
see
do
what
that
I
too.
can let's see what I can do here. I could probably, well,
Miss.
yeah, I don't have a screen that that says we'll be right back, but you guys take a 5-minute break and we shall return. I'll put this on there. Maybe we could do this. Yeah, I'm about to burst at the seams, girlfriend. I'm like, ow, it hurts. It hurts. All right, let's add a video clip. Let's see. I got something here. Oh my God, I'm about to burst. Oh my God. Let's see. We can do How about some After Forever? Here. Oh, it's too large. Okay, just take 5-minute break, you guys. We'll be right back. Girlfriend, I gotta go.
Trying to watch football and listen to this at the same time. No, that's multitasking. Mine is the 9th of March, my birthday. So you've got quite a lot of February.
Sorry about that. My daggone dogs, I'll tell you what, they're so needy. They're so needy. I was like, I'm going to go get myself another piece of cheese. So I haven't eaten breakfast or anything today. And they're looking at me, drooling. And I'm like, I'm not going to give you a piece of cheese. And then they were like, please. So I was like, fine. If I give you one, I have to give that one. And then they wanted milk bones. So I was like, all right, then fine. I guess I will give you a milk bone each. The cat's coming up like, I want a treat. And I look at him and I says, there's cat food literally all over the table. He spilled his cat food and I'm going to make him clean it up. Think he will.
Thank you, Tawaka. For subbing. He subbed to my channel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you guys. If you haven't subscribed to Tauri's channel, please do. Can you drop your channel link in the comments?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
All right. Make sure you guys are subbed. I should have did that ages ago.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm Tawaka. You're May 20th. Oh, look. I'm May 10th. I'm 10 days before you. And then my son is May 5th. My oldest is May 5th. Oh, all right. So the next one is called Light and Flood. So I wonder what this one's called here. So Tori's going to drop her link down in the comments section, and I will highlight it so you guys can, or you can snatch it up or just click the link and it'll get you right there to sub to her channel. But this one is called Light and Flood. Are you ready?
Is it not Kiss the Mountain next?
No. Oh, you're right. You're right. I skipped one. How could I do that? I got ahead of myself. I'm glad I have you here. Okay, you guys. Kiss the Mountain.
When sage earth know how to quell this howling surf, calling mountains, calling seas.
Oh my gosh. So I'm forgetting to pause it because I'm like in a trance-like state when she sings to me.
Yeah, this I love like the soft hums behind,
Yeah.
like behind her singing the lyrics, and then I'm wondering if they're gonna keep it this light or if they're gonna like add instrumentals as well.
I think like a mountain, we're gonna go up and
Yeah.
then we're gonna go down. If I don't know though, they have a good way of surprising us and keeping us on our toes.
Yeah, they really, really do.
Right. It's like, where did that come from? And there's sometimes where you think it's gonna go one way and it goes a completely different way. So we'll have to wait and find out because this one's a short one. It's only 3:46.
Yeah.
So I backed it up just a smidge. I think it's her voice is just, it's coming in and it brings me back to the adventures of Scrooge McDuck. And the first time I heard her sing it, it's like, dang, it's like you said, a lullaby. It's like a lullaby singing to us.
Definitely. And thank you, Stuart, for putting that up there. I did throw it in, but I guess it didn't.
It didn't go in?
But Stuart's he's put it in.
Okay. I think you might have to do it through the YouTube channel. I don't know if it'll do it here it should have posted in the comments. There's Tauri's channel, and then I backed it up just a couple seconds on Kiss the Mountain, and it's just very whimsical. Like it's just it's beautiful. Here we go. Let's try this one and see. I want to go back just a little bit more and see how that it's climbing up and to see like what you were saying, those echoes behind her, the hums.
Introduced to open could the sage earth know how to quell this howling surf, calling mountains, calling seas. Our hearts were never meant to kneel. Fill the sentence your birth began. Imagine you're already there. A voice so feeble yet on the way. I must heed and find my path.
What do you think so far?
I really love the line, "Our hearts were never meant to kneel."
Yeah, that one stuck out.
What we've both been through in past relationships, it just, you're not supposed to be controlled ever by anybody, so please don't let anybody do that to you. It's emotional abuse it's horrendous.
Oh yeah, and they downplay it, it's
they're not the victim, you are.
Oh Lord, oh gosh.
I mean, you're not
the victim. Oh yeah, villainized, and it's sad, but I think I've come to realize that some people are going to be real with you, some people are just, they're not capable, and all they know is hurt, so that's all they can deal out is hurt themselves. And it's like, and what I love about what Ransu said here,
it is very calming. I agree. Even though she's singing about going up that journey to the mountain, but then she's also calling to the sea at the bottom as well. Like it's just, it's really beautiful. Right. This whole album has been absolutely stunning so far.
It really has. It has. And I think like we we grow from experiences like that, because especially like with you and I have been through the ringer with abusive relationships, toxic relationships. We grow from that. We go through some pretty horrific stuff, but after that's done and over with, we work on ourselves and we start loving ourselves. Because I don't know about you, but I was put in that position where, I was second best all the time to everything. And even the most minute things I was second best to. And it was like, I felt like second best. And now it's
I mean, that
different.
was part of in England, I think
That's right.
I don't know. I think here you have to be either apart for 2 years or you have to have just cause for divorce. Whereas in England, I think you have to be apart for just a year or have just cause. And one of my just cause things was that he'd rather spend time messing with his car than taking his wife and his son, even just for a hike somewhere, just somewhere that it didn't even cost money, just to get out of the house.
Right.
And he's like, of course he fought me on it. I'm like, who is going to see this apart from my lawyer, your lawyer, and you? No one.
Right. Yeah. I think that they're just, I don't know if people like that can ever change. Honestly, if they are abusive, if they are cheaters, if they are liars, I honestly do not believe for 1 second that they'll ever change.
No.
And we just have to be grateful, like where I'm at today, where you're at today. We just have to look at that and be grateful where we're at today and how we have grown as human beings and got away from all that mess,
Yep. I completely agree. We're both building our own lives and being happy, and like you say, beginning to love yourself. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with being confident about who you are as a person.
Oh yeah. Well, when you're in a kind of toxic relationship like that, they make you feel that big, they make you feel less than, and you start to believe it.
Yeah.
And it's like what Tauri was saying earlier, is that when you're in that kind of relationship, you have to get out of that kind of relationship. It's abuse. It's absolutely abuse. And once you realize, because I know for such a long time that I was not able to see it as abuse, because they gaslight, they manipulate, and it's when you realize. And I think when you break it off with somebody, they show you their true colors, because how evil and spiteful, vindictive that they could be. They put a pretty good mask on, and then they smear you to everybody else. But that evil, vindictive, vile person that they spit venom at you, I think that is who you really need to focus on, who that person is. And once you figure that out, you're the enemy, and then you're blocking them out of your life. Like, F you, I don't want no part of that. And I think it's the best thing to do is be confident and know that if you're only hearing all of these bad things about yourself from one person, then it's not true. Even though I think we're we went through that, and we believed that about ourselves, and we're like, wait, even though we know better, we know what the truth is, and you're still questioning it. You're like, wait, is it true? No, it's not true. And it's a crazy experience that I wish to never repeat, but also I'm also grateful for where I'm at today in my life. Like, nobody will ever take me back down there where I was looking down all of the time, and I wasn't sure, and I was just made to be quiet, and that ain't who I am. So, all right, Kiss the Mountain. I'm interested to see where they take it from here as well, if they're going to go like up, and then hit us with this big this instrumentals and stuff, or if they're just, like you said, are going to keep it at this pace,
small and simple. Or if, like you say, if they'll have like a crescendo at the end.
Yes, it's you just never know with these guys. All right, let's start it. Oh, if I can hit the daggone button, the right button.
Let let me hear you roar.
They really do, Musta. They do.
Everything you're for.
Truth.
Scream out, here's your silence pause. Catch a spark and light a beacon, calling mountains, calling fear. Our hearts were never less near. Feel the sentence your birth began. Imagine you're already there. A voice so faint, oh yes, on the way. I must heed and find my smile.
Okay, well, we got our answer.
I must heed and find my smile.
Yeah. It's so funny how that works like that, right?
Yeah.
Like literally just talking about that, finding yourself again, finding your reason to smile. Exactly. You have to.
And then they put it in the end of the song, like,
Mm.
like they know what you're thinking.
Oh yeah, I think like Tumas has a very intricate way of getting into the minds of others and knowing exactly what it's going to do to us, how to get a reaction out of us. My goodness, I think that this is like, if Auri were a herb, what would it be to you? I would choose, let's see what you would choose. I'm gonna see if I agree or if I choose differently.
Probably, I don't know if it's like a herb, but like lavender or jasmine.
Yes, I was gonna say lavender.
Something comforting, and like lavender reminds me of my mom's mom. Like she passed a long time ago, but she used to put lavender on our pillows at nighttime. And now I have like a spray, pillow mist spray that's lavender, and it really helps me sleep well. And it's just very comforting and very like just homey feeling.
Yeah. I love lavender. I think it is very calming. Sage as well, eucalyptus, all of those good aromatherapy things. Like I sell that Scentsy stuff, and I have like room sprays. I have warmers. I have all kinds of stuff, and like the wallflowers from Bath and Body Works, the lavender vanilla is like my favorite because it's so comforting. It's so like, you know, you breathe it in and it's like, oh, it just tickles your senses, I think. And it makes you feel so much better and so much calm and more relaxed. And I think like with like the difference of Nightwish and Auri here, like Nightwish is like, rah, in your face. Oh my God. It, like get your blood pumping and you're like, yes. And your adrenaline's kicking and you're just like, oh, but like Auri, I think it's centering me. It's like making me like realize a lot of important life lessons and making me like, okay.
And some of you are making me sad in the comments, like saying you're never gonna marry again or be with anybody else again. You know, never say that. Like never say never. You just never know what life's gonna hand you. My husband felt exactly the same. He had 2 failed marriages before me. When we first started talking, we were just friends. We were just talking, and he'd be like, yeah, no, I'm never getting married. Never, ever, ever, ever again. Like, he was so against relationships. And now, 10 years later.
Right. You guys are going to be celebrating your 10-year anniversary next month. Or was it next month, you said?
Yeah. No, in next
year. Next year. Yeah. Next year. That's right. You know, luckily for me, I never got married to the 2 abusive men that I was with. Like I think it just makes it that much harder to separate and like block them out of your life.
Divorce is messy.
Ew, I'm so grateful. And it's like, I'm so grateful that I didn't have to go through a divorce proceedings.
I mean, thankfully, we were just renting stuff. We didn't have like property or anything like that. But,
Yeah.
at the same time, it's just all that emotional, draining feelings. And yeah, I lost a lot of weight when I was going through that because it was so stressful.
Yeah, yeah, believe it or not, I was, like, almost, like, 170 pounds, and, when I found out I was cheated on, I had no idea, none. I just I got suicidal, and then I just
Mhm.
stopped eating, and then I started binging and purging, and I had an eating disorder and everything else, and then I developed a dysphagia, so I can't swallow now because of my eating disorder, because of being cheated on. My appendix blew. It was a mess. It was an absolute mess, and it was so damn messy. It almost I put up a wall again. Like, I can understand where people are coming from, where they
Mhm.
say, I have been married, I don't want to again.
Yeah,
Because
I mean, I can understand it, but at the same time, you just
it's sad.
because I'm so optimistic. My husband is so pessimistic, but whereas I'm like super optimistic, so we
Yeah.
like kind of go together. But like
Yeah, you balance each other
my
out.
like, because I went from being a full-time mum to with him working, obviously controlling me via that way as well, like money
Yeah,
wise.
sorry, I
So
almost died. Uh-huh.
I went from having to find a house for my son and I on absolutely no money, and it was just a
Oh
lot.
yeah. Oh yeah. It's divorces can get very messy.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, and what sucks is being isolated like that,
Mhm.
triangulated as well, the triangulation. And what is so I find it baffling because I've seen this before where people they get with somebody who has a lot of money and they think that, oh, I'm going to marry this person and that's all mine. And you're like, if you're going for somebody because of their money, then it's not going to last. Number one. Number two,
Right.
they're going to find out eventually that you're using them for their money. And number three, you ain't entitled to shit unless you guys get married and then you procure the properties and stuff like that. Then
Yeah.
that's community property here in the United States. But like states here have different laws.
Uh-huh.
And fortunately, it's to protect the people who get scammed, thankfully. But I will never say that I will not get married. I will never say that because I believe that everybody deserves a soulmate. I believe everybody deserves to have a happy marriage. But I
I mean,
fully
marriage isn't everything either. If you're happy just being
right.
together, then it is just a piece of paper at the end of the day as well.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. If you're, but the for unfortunately for me, in my circumstances, is that I always uh try to be. I was committed and loyal to the wrong
Right.
people, and
Right.
that could not reciprocate that whatsoever. And I'm glad I see it for what it is today. But I seriously will not let that jade me into becoming the people, the perpetrators, the
Hmm.
predators that preyed upon me and made me their victim. I
Right.
will never treat people like that. I don't
Right.
care.
I go through life treating others how I would want to be treated. And,
Yeah. Yeah. You would think it's that simple, right? People can't, like, you and I get that, and I'm sure a lot of people here get that too. But it's like there are some people out there that just don't give a solitary, what
hmm
about anybody but themselves. They're incapable. It's
yeah.
crazy. So with on that note, light and flood.
It says this
Uh
one is just instrumental. So,
oh, okay, cool. So we're gonna hear a lot of Troy, maybe some well, Tumas, of course, maybe some Kai Hato. I was hoping like Impu would come over here with like
it
like
gets like a nice guitar solo.
yeah, like like screaming with his guitar, but we'll see. All right, you guys, this is Light and Flood. Now this is 7 minutes, Tori. 7 minutes and 8 seconds of just instrumentals. Because you said, I'm glad that you're like you have like the lyrics and stuff like that. Because I don't have them pulled up, but you know what I'm thinking of while this is playing, and I'm looking at the time. I'm like, this is 7 minutes of just instrumentals, and I have a lot of Nightwish songs that are just purely the instrumentals as well, because they're on some albums, right?
Mhm.
And I'm glad the first thing that popped into my mind, I'm thinking, okay, so Tumas, he hears this in his mind and then he writes the songs like this. That's, you know, how I learned by watching several documentaries about Nightwish. And that's what he said. He said that exactly. I hear the music and then I write it. Like he hears it in his mind. And it's pure genius to write a 7-minute song of just your instruments. And I think that, I don't know if you feel the same way, but we can put our own lyrics to this, and maybe like I feel like I'm in like a movie, like I'm going to battle or something.
It makes me feel like I'm in like an enchanted forest.
Yeah, like
with,
the Hobbit.
fairies and yeah, it just like the section in Ghost Love Score does that for me too. The instrumental section.
Oh yeah.
And I just strings, violins, cellos, any sort of string instrument for me, just it speaks to my soul.
Oh yeah.
And like before, just as you were pausing it, I could feel myself welling up already.
Oh, see, that's it's okay, because that's what this kind of music does to like every kind of like different music that we have in the world. Like when music really does, like you say, it touches your soul, it sears into your soul, it brings out these emotions in you, and it just the flood, like light and flood, it's opening up the floodgates for your emotions. I think it's just like you said, it's like you're in a magical land, and it's very fairy tale like. I think the whole aura of Auri is that of like a fairy tale elven princess.
It's just so magical and just very like angelic too. Like just it's just beautiful, for lack of better words.
Absolutely. I think I can agree. I think we all can agree that like they've done a marvelous job with this album. I'm so glad that Troy pushed him.
And I know one of their like the group's one of their favorite authors, I think, he shared the album on his Twitter, and it was like a big moment for them because it was like, you know, they're being recognized by one of their heroes and idols, which was really nice. So I know Johanna shared it on her page, and then it was shared on the Auri page, so it was a big thing for them. Which, you know, it's weird thinking that people like Tuomas and Johanna and Troy have idols because they're idols to us
themselves. Right,
you know?
Right. Yeah, but then we have to look at them as they're only human beings.
Right.
You know, they're just human beings. They're just your regular human beings, but with a lot of musical talent behind them. You know, so I'll back it up just a tad bit because I know you were saying that them strings were getting to you. So I'm gonna back it up. I'm gonna watch your reaction to it.
And I could hear Troy's guitar with his ebow as well. A little in there.
Yeah, it's really cool. So I backed it up a little bit just so I can watch what you're gonna do. All right, are you ready?
Yeah. There's that ebow.
It's pretty, isn't it?
Oh, I love choirs.
Wow. What a switch up that was. I'm going to back it up a little bit. Oh, I think I lost the timing on it. Oh, well, I just backed up a little bit. So that was like a switch up that I didn't see coming either. Like you said, it was like instrumental. And so I didn't expect the choir to come in like that.
Well, I was thinking maybe it would have like, I'm going to call them like floating vocals with like Johanna and maybe them all doing like no lyrics, no words, but like
just like the
melodies
melodies.
in Ad Astra.
Yes. It's like the yeah, absolutely. It's amazing what they can do with no lyrics. It's like, what? It's like I'm almost like in a this environment of just like, whoa, like you're outside camping and you're in the woods and you're just like, oh my god.
Like you could just listen to this while stargazing, or like back home it's not mountainous, it's more we call them hills. They're not tall enough to be mountains, but it's really green and it's such beautiful landscape, and I could just see myself sitting atop and just listening to this and just looking out at the world's beauty, and just taking it in and taking a second to enjoy nature and the earth, and being thankful for being in this time where we do have people like Thomas and Troy and Johanna, and being able to listen to what they create
it's magic. It sure is. So I backed it up a little bit because they switched it up on us. I think that it's a beautiful song, even though there's no lyrics behind it, but I think it's just
like, I have Spotify, right? But I also have my usual like playlist with normal songs, and then I have a playlist full of instrumental stuff like this. And I have a lot of like stuff with violins, and piano is another instrument that I just absolutely adore. So I'll send you the link to that later and you can check it out for yourself.
Absolutely. I would love that because I love instrumentals. I think instruments is what makes a song special besides the lyrics. Like the lyrics are extremely important, but the instruments behind it to tell the story as well. Yeah. So, all right. We're going to play this one. I think I backed it up a little bit farther, but if you don't mind, I don't mind. All right.
Now I feel like we're being invited to a dance around the campfire.
Yeah. Suki.
Oh. That just hit me in the heart.
Right, because it's so calming, and then boom.
Yeah.
I love it. I think that they're doing just a masterful job at this. I backed it up just a little bit. I think it really is like it's giving me the Celtic vibes as well. Like when you were talking about being at home on the hills, I'm thinking that if I close my eyes, I'm on the fairy mounds in Ireland, and it's giving me this Celtic vibe.
Mhm.
And I like what you said. It just like got you right in the heart. So I'm gonna go back. I backed up a little bit, and hopefully like we can see if we can feel that reaction again. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Her voice is like bird singing.
Oh yeah.
It's reminding me of like the Northern Lights.
Hold on a second. Wow. Now, what did it remind you of?
The Northern Lights.
See, I was more like in this land of just adventure. It was like an adventure, that song.
And everybody's talking about the different languages they speak in the comments, and I'm like, here, I can only speak English, and I still do that pretty terribly.
Girl, you and me both. English is my native language, and I stumble. I can't even say words right or names right. Oh my goodness! And like Floor sings in like 9 different languages. It's so crazy when you can see like so many like musicians that could do that they could sing and learn all of these languages. It's like, wow, I can barely speak my native tongue.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Human beings are so amazing, aren't they?
Yeah, it's like Elizabeth with the charismatic voice as well. She can speak in different languages and sing in different languages, and That's all down to that opera training as well.
Oh yeah, that lady's amazing.
Yeah.
I love her channel. She's got some really awesome reactions. She just did an interview with Tatiana from Ginger. I
Mhm.
was like,
Yeah, I saw that.
it was a great interview. She did a good job. Yeah, I really think it's cool how people can teach themselves. Like if I sat down, I know a little French, I know a little bit of Spanish, and a little of Italian. But if I actually sat down and immersed myself in learning a language, I know I could. But I just like,
Yeah,
who's got the time?
I've been thinking about trying to do Swedish just because that's where my sister now lives and her husband's Swedish, and my niece will be, we call it Swinglish.
Oh gosh,
Because
yeah.
she'll be both.
That's awesome. Swedish, I heard, it's hard to learn, but like Finnish, I heard is like one of the
Extremely
hardest.
hard. Yeah, even
Yeah,
Forrest having trouble with that too.
yeah,
So
yeah. I've seen it. Have you ever watched Endless Form is Most Beautiful, the documentary?
yeah.
And then the did you watch the Learn the Set List, I'm sure.
Mhm.
Please learn the set list in 48 hours. And then I think it was an Endless Form is Most Beautiful where she was saying like it is so hard to learn Finnish because that is a tough language.
Yeah.
Oh
We
goodness.
in school we had to do French and German, but it's been like so many years since we've done that.
Yeah, I did French and Spanish in school. My son did 4 years of German, and
Mhm.
he's like, I think I'm going to take it again in college. I was like, dude, do it. The kid is phenomenal. He speaks German, is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So here's this is the third song from the last, and then we have It Takes Me Places, The Long Walk, and then Fireside is the last song.
There should be Scattered to the Four Winds between those two.
So it takes me
It
places.
takes me places, The Long Walk, Scattered to the Four Winds, and then Fireside Bard.
Oh, did we do this one? Oh, here it is. I have it. I have it at MP4, but I don't know if it'll play. Hold on. Let me convert it to MP3. There we go. Okay, so that it goes The Long Walk and then Scattered and then Fireside, or It Takes Me Places, Scattered and then The Long Walk. Which one is in between?
It takes me places, The Long Walk, and then Scattered to the Four Winds.
Okay, I got it. I just downloaded it. Okay, so this is It Takes Me Places. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. Good catch, girl.
Sounds like a harpsichord.
Bare feet landing soft on wet grass with of winter. Autumn's let's dance, the secret words written on your bed. Greenhouse glass, nettle stings, tea shop, a rope on a tree. Death like ink blending your face in a crowd. I close my eyes and suddenly it takes me places, a treasury.
I love her voice, how she can sing, and then she goes and hits these high belt, like those little high notes. She like
the falsetto notes. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm glad you know the difference because I don't. I have no like absolutely zero experience
I
with
only
the
know them
technical.
because of watching YouTube reactions.
That's awesome that you do that. And I just think like her voice is so unique, and it kind of reminds me of this. It's very soft, but then when she hits those really high notes, it is like an elven warrior princess. It's just so, man.
Yeah, and that first verse just took me back to the little village I grew up in.
Mhm.
Because my dad had a greenhouse in the back of the house that I did cut myself on when it was being put together, and then nettle stings, because there used to be nettles that grew up down one of the like alleyway things. No, it was like an alleyway that we would take a walk to school to on, and then we have like this tea shops all over it's just just what you think of an English village would be like
Harry Potter. I want to go to Harry Potter land so bad. I think I'll see it when I go to Disney next week. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. But I think like what they're really good with doing is taking us like with this album, I think it's I'm gonna save that till the end. Remind me that I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna write it down really quick on my hand. But it takes me places, and I think that's basically okay. Let me press play because I don't want to lose my train of thought, but I'm gonna finish out this song. Let's see.
At the door to a heartache, I turn the key and arrive at a merry-go-round. Crickles and heartbeats, green gates, wet cats, so still nightmare feet. The scent of fresh baked buns at the door. One more raindrops pounding the bedroom roof. New sheets, first wave of Christmas mood. A walk in easy silence. I hear a tune and suddenly it takes me places. A gallery. At the door to a heartache, I turn the key and arrive at a merry-go-round.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
All the hurt, every kindness, shame, every thrill of youth down memory lane. A point of interest on the map of me. All the hurt, every kindness, shame, every thrill of youth down memory lane. A point of interest on the map of you. And suddenly
Oh, they opened the door.
What's that?
It sounded like they opened the door. You know, she says, at the door to a heartache, I turn the key and arrive, and it sounded like
Yeah,
then
like a
they
door
opened
opening.
the door, yeah.
I'm gonna back it up just a little bit.
And there
like
was a lyric, a point of interest on the map of you. Like I love that. You know, people have life stories, and it's like that pin in the map
yes,
of your life. That's interesting to tell that story to other people, and you know.
I think that what they're doing here is telling really great stories, and it's just
Yeah,
I want to.
it's like a fantasy storybook, and it's just
tickling every sense. Like seriously,
Yeah.
you're like, whoa, this is like it's going so differently. It's like over here. What I love about when Johanna was singing and like Thomas was hitting the notes, like ding ding. It
Mhm.
wasn't overpowering her voice,
right.
which I see sometimes a lot of. So I backed it up a little bit because I want to hear those lyrics again, and I want to hear the door. So let's see.
all the hurt,
See.
every kindness, shame,
Mhm.
every thrill of youth down memory lane.
It just goes together.
Just on the map of me, all the hurt, every kindness, shame, every thrill
And it's building.
The build up.
A point of interest on the map of you. And
There it is.
suddenly they take us places to
Destroy.
At the door to a heartache, we turn the key and arrive at a merry-go-round. spaces to galleries. At the door to our heartache, we turn the key under our and the merry-go-round, and suddenly.
Oh, they're so good. Oh, go ahead, girl. You start off with that one.
I like how the lyrics changed when they opened the door. It was no longer that they turned the key to a heartache, but this time it was at a merry-go-round, and that's when you make those choices of where you want to get off.
Yeah, or stay
keep
on
going.
and keep going on that crazy cycle of bullshit.
Right.
Right. I think it's just, man, they did a phenomenal job with this album. I am to say that I'm extremely pleased is an understatement.
Oh yeah, it's fast becoming one of my favorite albums of this year that's been brought out. The other one was if you haven't heard it yet, it's the Spirit Box album. It's really, really good.
I have not. I think I've only heard one song on that one. Forget what it's called. I did a reaction to it, I think. A Corner, what was it?
Constance, was it?
No, I have to look and see. Okay, so the next one is The Long Walk.
I gotta go take a potty break again.
Take a potty break again? Okay, cool. Because we only have 3 songs after after this one, we have 2 more. So you guys, 5-minute break. I'm going to take a potty break as well. So if you guys want to go get some snacks, go potty, we shall be right back. All right, girlfriend. See you in a few. When you have children, you have to go potty a lot. Be right back, y'all. Hey guys, while Tori's excuse me. I hear her coming. Quit talking about her, whatever you do. Quit talking about her. Here she comes. Hi. All right, girlfriend. The Long Walk. Are you ready to go on a long walk?
I am.
All right, let's do this.
Well, this one's very Viking-y.
Yeah, I get the sense. Homage to Marco. Now, like you said, it's more Viking like. It's almost chant. It's like a chant. That tambourine in the background too, very soft.
It's kind of giving me like something you would sing to send somebody off to Valhalla.
Yeah, yeah, yep. Like back in
Like a funeral song for like a Viking or
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of people that are in that heritage. Like I've spoken with a lot of people from Norway, and a lot of people from Denmark who have literally lived that lifestyle all of their lives. But then, like when that Viking show came out here in the United States, like everybody that I know from the United States has like they made up that they have like Danish heritage and stuff like that. It's like, no, you
yeah,
don't.
mine is 8%, or so my DNA results say.
Or, it's crazy because so many like in the United States are like, yeah, we're all melting pot. We're all from different heritages. But the people that I know seriously started that after the Vikings show came out.
Yeah,
And it's
I
like,
can see that.
oh goodness gracious. It's like they have these things with Norse mythology or the Norse religion, Odinism. It
Right.
is the 9 noble virtues, and every one of them, that every people that I know here in the United States, they can't live those 9 noble virtues to save their lives. Like they can't be honest, loyal, faithful, hospitable, nada.
You could say that about any religion that these people
Yeah,
are.
Man, girl, it's
And I just got to answer this question real quick from Omer.
Where's Omer at? Where's the question at?
Is British English and American English are a little different? Did you have trouble learning those differences?
Good question.
Yes and no. I mean, my husband and I still to this day go back and forth on what we think is the right word and the right pronunciation. And I always tease him. I'm like, well, you came from me, so I'm right.
That's awesome, because like Omer makes a really good point, because like some things in like Britain versus America that have 2 totally different meanings. And like this is like
well,
from what Mr. Bean says, is that true? Is this like
it's
a wave?
This is peace, right? To you guys?
Yeah.
To me, it's F off.
Okay, but what is this to you guys? Same thing?
That's still like piss off or, whatever. That's still, a swear word. But this came about because archers, that's where they would put the, for the bow and arrow. And they would get these 2 fingers cut off. So that's where it came about in like England in the history that way, and why it means what it means. But yeah, there's the pronunciations for one thing. What's 2 things that are different? Like I was in a restaurant and I don't like tomatoes. I hate them with a passion. No. So I always asked for my sandwich or whatever without tomatoes, and I had to tell her like 3 times, and then I had to look at my husband and he's like, no tomatoes.
And then they're like, oh, we get it. She doesn't want tomatoes. See, like I talked to like Krista and Stuart. They're a married couple. They're on my moderator team. And they are from the United Kingdom. So whenever I talk to them, like I talk to Krista quite frequently, almost every day. And she says it just like that, or potatoes. It's just the way that she says them. I get it because I've talked to her for like over a year now. And I've known her for over a year. And
we crazy. Say like I call it the garage and he calls it the garage, and we call the trunk of the car the boot, and then the hood is the bonnet.
That's crazy. The loo is a toilet. The loo,
right? And then the herb, like again, herb. You say herb, we say herb.
Yeah.
Like
H is silent.
Basil and basil.
Yeah, yep. And then what is there? The diapers are called nappies and stuff like. It's crazy. It's pretty neat.
Because your T's, you say D's, whereas we say T, like butter. You say butter.
Yeah. Butter. Yeah. What's up, butter? Butter. We got buttercup. All right, so like they were singing, and like you have the sense of it's taking a warrior into Valhalla. It's a send off song, and I'm feeling like now that you're saying that, I can picture me being in a Danish channel where they're sending them off, because they do send their warriors off
in the fjords.
Yeah,
however you say that.
yeah, and then they light them ablaze, poof, and then they go. So that's the sense that I'm getting too. So I think we're on the same page with this one. So are you ready to finish it? Okay. Curb. Homer. Curb.
For the longest walk withheld from life, from years we left alone. One more step before I yield my life for this journey. Take my name and carve it on a heartstone or a memory.
I love that drum.
Yes, Sophie, it's a roundabout. Oh,
that is so good. That is so good. Can we hear it again? I'm just gonna like rewind it just a little bit, because that is like I'm like thinking that it's gonna come more frequent, but it's like a dying heartbeat to me.
Yeah.
It's like not like bum 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 bum, but it's like bum bum, and it's man, this is so not predictable whatsoever. This album.
Yeah.
These songs are just not predictable. They're not repetitive. They're not.
Right, they're all different, but they all still sound like Auri, which is what I that's what Ginger does the same, Spirit Box does the same, like their albums.
Yeah,
it all fits together as one, and you can tell it's them, but the songs are completely different from one, each other.
Oh yeah, they are definitely a trademark, and it's their trademark sound. But you're right, all of the songs have been different, but they all sound like Auri. So I think that that's very eloquently said.
Yeah, and Velislav, to answer that, it's because soldiers used to carry their swords on their right hands, so it was just easier to attack.
I've always wondered that, why you guys drive on the wrong side of the road.
It's because of historic battles, and just easier to protect yourself from that way rather than the other way.
That's wild. I never knew that. And I love what Serge says here. Thank you for the stream, ladies. I've been waiting for this. Now I'm off to buy it. Yes.
That's what we like to hear.
Yes, goals right there. Okay, so I rewound it a little bit because of that massive drum beat. It's like you could tell it's a drum like this big. It's just like one of those big like those bowl like drums. I forget what they're called, but it's massive. I could just tell. Are you ready to continue it? Okay. Love that. It sounds like a drum, but is it a drum?
I think it might be both a drum and a guitar.
It might be just a guitar or the ebo. Maybe. Kettle drum. Wow. Dang. Now that was more like battlefield, like yeah, it was different from the rest. The rest, it wasn't like it was
more Norse feeling than Celtic feeling.
Yeah, I got that vibe too. I think it was just really towards the end I started listening like really intently on Thomas's keyboard, and you just man, he can write those notes, and it's just it's so magical, isn't it? It's like, wow. I think this was a really big treat that they gave us with this album.
Oh yeah, and I'm glad we're streaming it together. You know, it's always good to, I mean, it's one thing to sit and listen to it yourself, but it's also really nice to have somebody who also loves them listen to it with you as well and get their perspective on what's going on.
I absolutely love it. Hello. Hi, Remy. Remy's coming to say hello. This cat. He's like, but I love Auri and Nightwish too. Don't forget to include me. Yeah, that was a more Norse vibe. And the next one we have is Scattered to the Four Winds. Where do you think you're going, Cat? He's in the windowsill, looking out the window. So that absolutely, I think you were right about the Norse vibes. I think that streaming with you today has been an absolute pleasure, and I think it like you said, it's really awesome to get to sit and listen to it with a friend, with somebody who I do call a friend, and it's just to see your take on it and to see your reaction to it as well. It's been a cool ride. It's been really fun to do this with you. Yeah, so are you ready to go to the Scattered to the Four Winds?
I am.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this one.
Look at that sweet baby.
Yeah, he's a baby. Let's see her face.
Good morning, Liza. Lisa.
Good morning, Lisa.
To the four winds, cinder
showing anybody your butt
of the tide we live, memories of the work done, of a proud son of silent earth. Now your breath of the butterfly, riding upon the wind by my side.
Now, I was getting back to the fairy tale vibes with the butterflies and everything else, what she was talking about. What did you get?
It seems like this album is mostly like songs done in memory of people passing or, you know, things that have happened. And quite a lot of their songs are in ode to that.
Those we don't speak of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's all tying together, but I think that it's like all of the songs, it just gives you these vibes, like different heritages, and like, even though they're talking about a lot of like morbid stuff or moving on from that or not forgetting, I think that it's really, it's bringing out a lot of emotions, and it's making you feel I don't like calm. It's making me feel a little sad, and making me feel happy, and it's like my face is literally hurting from smiling so much because of the melodies are just so great.
Yeah,
I think it's wonderful.
I love how they write their lyrics as well. Like, it's so poetic.
Yes. Oh yeah, they're very talented, to say the least. I mean, it goes without saying. Like you said, they're just these human beings are extremely special. It's almost like it's like I'm in like a movie, like I'm enchanted right now.
Yeah.
It's just, it makes me feel so much better about the struggles that I have overcome to become who I am today.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. Okay. So this song is only look at me. I'm like, it's only 5.5 minutes long. It's like so sad because I don't want it to end. It's so beautiful. So the Scatter to the Four Winds. And, you know, I think that it's, you know, we only have one more after this. And I think that it's been amazing, to say the least, to get to sit down and experience this with you and just listen to some really good music and how it's written and how they can have these effects on us.
Yeah. And what's interesting about this one, looking at the lyrics, there's 4 verses, right? The 4 winds, and it's just the same thing that's said over and over, but like, you just imagine that it's being scattered to those 4 different winds.
Yeah. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
To the 4 winds, the cinders of the tide will lift memories of the work done, of a proud son of silent earth. Now your breath of a butterfly.
I have 3. Mine are allowed in here though.
My dogs are like combined 200 pounds.
Mine are only about 100 combined.
Big dogs. Pretty dogs though.
Ooh, I like that.
Now your breath of a
You're so rude. You're being rude.
I like how that built up at the end.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And they stopped with the church bell. And I think I was hearing like Ilan pipes in there, Troy's pipes.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, there they are, and I think they have absolutely capitalized on their ability to play different musical instruments in this one.
Well, definitely.
I think it's like Nightwish, but only like just a toned down, more calmer version of it's different than Nightwish. So that's what I like, that it has a complete, like Auri has a completely different sound than Nightwish, but it's like, I think like as Nightwish fans, we have to support them in all of their projects.
Oh yeah, I agree. Like I know Tuomas is part of a black metal band, which
the
I haven't
Bithroad, oh God, what is it called? No, I know.
I know he doesn't do any of the writing or anything. He just provides his keyboard.
Backwoods, the Dethrode, I think it's called. Backwoods.
No, I haven't checked them out yet.
Hold on. Backwoods, the Dethrode. Oh God, I think that's what it's called. Bethrode or something. Hold on, let me make sure, because it is. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I've heard a couple. And then I was like, "Is this?"
It's Darkwoods.
Darkwoods might be Throwed. That's it. And yeah, right here. It is so much different than Auri, and
I haven't
so
heard
much,
it.
girl. It is crazy. Like dark metal, like I'm talking like absolutely crazy, like Darkwoods might be Throat. That's it. Hold on, I'll play like a little song really, really fast. And how about this Night Owl? I'm just gonna pick Night Owl. See if you can hear it. If I turn up my volume.
Oh wow. Yeah, see, black metal's really not my thing, so
yeah,
I haven't really checked it out, because
if you are more into the whimsical, the Nightwish sound, the Auri sound, if you're not into double T devil overlord, like speed metal, dark metal, deathcore, it's not for you. But I love how he can
do that. Yeah, he can do all kinds of different genres, and that just speaks to his talent.
Right, he's not biased to any genre.
Yeah,
I would love to see I would love to see Tuomas rap and be a good. Wouldn't that be so funny if he went all like Marco, like Gangsta's Paradise?
Oh yeah,
I think it would be so hilarious if that happened. All right then. So
good evening, Sip.
Oh, hello there. Hello, welcome to the stream. Sip SYP. Hello, what is it? Wait, Tauri Engine. Well, good evening to you, sir. Yes, you're not seeing things. This is really happening. Look, she's like, I have her in a little box. She's stored away.
Stuck. I can't get out.
She's in my basement and she's not getting out. She thinks she is, but she's not. I'm not letting her go. Just playing. Okay, so Fireside is the last. This is the last of the Mohicans. And I think like I could just picture what it is sitting by the fireside, having that campfire, sitting with some s'mores with my friends and some bazookies and some Ellen pipes and some kettle drums. I guess we'll have to find out. Are you ready for this one? Wait. Hi. Hi, 124
No,
Spider.
I've never heard of them in my life.
Who's Nightwish? Hey, you up there.
beats
You know
me.
that. Hey, you, why are you yelling at me? What? Because I don't know who Nightwish is. I'm sorry, Floor. Or Floor Jansen. I'm going to call her Floor Jansen.
Hang on. I don't know if you'll be able to see this.
Oh, yes. She has the lyrics. She has the lyrics.
No, I don't know Nightwish.
Not at all. Never. 124 Spider. Hi, buddy. Yeah, Nightwish. It's just a little band. It's a little like, okay, so Nightwish, wrong answers only. They're a band from Japan. They play at this festival called Whackin'. Whackin' is in Florida, USA. And they are they're a trio of awesomeness, I guess. No. That's funny. We never heard of them. Never heard of them. Never heard of them. Look at that silliness. All right, you guys. This is Fireside, and this is the last one on the Auri album. And I do believe there is a trailer that I seen on that playlist that you sent me, Tauri. And then I was maybe thinking about playing the trailer. Them talking about the Auri album. Maybe we can finish the stream with that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, if I can find it, I'll look and see while this one's playing. All right, guys, Fireside.
Party metal dance group, yeah, just like Eskimo Cowboy.
Port where you await, uncoffined, your cold.
Ooh, Troy.
In the fire and the crowd before me. This music is a naked man mocking the world's
I love how bassy this is with his tone.
Yeah, Troy's he's got those low notes he's hitting right now, and I always thought that
was the difference for me. The male tone coming from England to America, because I'm used to my dad and my brother, and their male voices back where I'm from like the northwest of England, are very low.
Yeah.
And then my husband's is a lot higher in pitch. And it was weird to get used to. And now when I hear my brother or my dad, I'm like, damn, it blows my mind how low.
Like low register.
Yeah, compared to my husband.
You're like, oh, he's. I'm not gonna say anything because I'll be saying something offensive. I'm always saying something offensive.
Nothing offends me. I always say he sounds more feminine than back home.
That's because men over there in Europe are manly men, and the ones over here are sissies. I'm just playing. I love, I just got into life. Jeff Castellucci and
I have him. I'm going to do his Far Over the Misty Mountains, not this Monday, but next Monday.
Girl,
this
wait
Monday
till you see it.
Is Deanna's new cover for Elvis.
Yes, Can't Help Falling in Love. That was amazing. I'm just saying it literally is one of her best performances I think I've ever seen. Diana and Kutanova is just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
She is a phenomenal singer.
And she's only 18. Like that's sinking. It's crazy.
I know. But like her, Angelina Jordan, all of these young kids that can really, really sing well.
Oh, and I've been noticing Jerry. He wants to know if you've heard Amira yet.
Who?
Amira Willahagen.
No.
She's an opera singer, but she started out on a talent show when she was super young.
What?
Yeah, I'll send you.
Send me a link.
I'll send you a link to the talent thing, and then I'll send you. She just recently did a cover of from Pinocchio, When You Wish Upon a Star.
You're kidding. I love me some Disney girl.
Yeah,
Voice
I'll send you both of those. And yeah,
Okay.
she's amazing.
I can't wait to
And then you
see
can
him.
see like her progression and how she's matured and with her voice.
Oh yeah, Deanna, man, this one is like,
Yeah, I've already filmed it. It's
whoa.
amazing. Like
Oh
it's
girl.
scheduled. I've already like edited and it's up for tomorrow. So
I cannot wait to see your reaction to it, man. Oh my Lord, I was blown away. Absolutely blown away. So Troy here is literally like, he's going lower than I think I've ever heard him go before.
yeah, me too.
It's really magical. So I backed it up a couple seconds if you don't
Okay.
mind.
No.
Okay, are you ready?
Mhm.
All right.
Is a naked man marking the world's milestones with stories, with kisses from the earth herself.
On go rivers, on goes the silent flow.
Ugh.
Oh, my love, now it's calm enough to go. Close the chord of the song, uncared for.
Too long now, dear crowd, by this hearth. I
Got it.
notes on repeat and enter the day with you.
I love the contrast in their voices too.
Yeah. Like the contrast, like you were saying, between Troy and Johanna there. And then she got like really high pitched there.
Mhm.
And Troy's keeping it so monotone. This is pretty spectacular.
Yeah, it's a great end to the album. Like I
Yeah.
think how they've laid this album out is just phenomenal, and each song fits in its place perfectly.
Yeah, you're right. It was a progression. It was almost like climbing up a mountain. And what I was gonna say, I don't want to. I was gonna save it till the very end, but this whole album took me places like on an adventure, and it was literally like going through the woods, through the water, through the air, through just it was
Just traveling the earth, like just
yes.
going everywhere. And like when you say going on every time somebody says going on an adventure, it brings me that it makes me think of that gif from The Hobbit with
Yeah.
Bilbo when he's going, I'm going on an adventure.
Oh my God. I just think that, like you said, that everything fit together so nicely in this album. It wasn't a hodgepodge, a
Right.
mishmash. It was just like a story almost, and it kind of just everything just tied in perfectly. And I think that the way that his mind works, man, like for sure that man's IQ has to be off the charts,
Yeah.
like Einstein
Oh,
level.
definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Because if it were me, I couldn't piece together music like this.
No.
Like he literally hears it like
Mhm.
this, and then it's like, this is how I hear it. Let's do it like this, and then they do give their 2 cents and work together to make it to remaster it and whatnot. And I think that it's absolutely now hearing this whole album, I think has been it's just been a treat. It has been
It really
so
has.
nice.
It's made my Sunday afternoon a lot better than just sitting and Netflixing.
Oh my
you know?
gosh. Right. I think that it was so much fun to do this with you. And we only have about a minute and 30 seconds or so left in the song, or 2 minutes. I can't tell. Yeah, about 2 minutes and 17 seconds left. And it's damn, I want to drag it out, but I do have the Auri, the Origins is the trailer for this album, and it does feature oh dag it, I got the wrong one pulled up. So while this is playing, I'll pull up the one from Auri 2, because I pulled up from Auri 1.
Okay.
And Auri 1 was written in 2018 apparently. So
yeah, that was a great album as well.
yeah, I've heard a couple songs on there. It's good. Oh, my son Matt's calling me. He's going to have to wait a second. All right, I'm going to play the rest of the song, and then I'm going to pull up that trailer while we're doing
At some point. It took 7.
What a pretty ending.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
It's the Flutters. My contacts are drying out. Now, is that the fire burning again? Okay, so we started the album off with that.
Yeah.
And we ended the album with the fire burning.
Yeah.
Oh, how cool
it's
was
like a
that?
full circle moment.
Yep. Okay, so the one that was on the playlist is actually the Auri 1, but I did find an interview with Johanna from their official Instagram page. And let's see. Hold on a second here, because I'm going to have to switch it over to this screen here. Boop. And then full screen it, and then add this to the there it is. Now this is taken from Auri's Instagram, and I think Auri their new what is their Instagram called? It's Auri Official, I think, or Auri Music. I just tagged him in Instagram before we started this stream.
Auri.band.
Okay, where is it at here? Oh, yeah, Auri.band. You are absolutely right. And so this was taken off of their Instagram. This is the interview. It's only 3 minutes and 30 seconds long. So I want to see what your reaction to this one is. Have you seen it yet?
I don't think so.
Me neither.
Whenever we work together, we work in
Okay, so wait, before we start this, does writing an album with loved ones offer more possibilities? And then Troy's going to come in and answer.
Whenever we work together, we work in a kind of prophetic way. not pathetic, prophetic. In that we design our future through our future music through Auri as well. It's a strange kind of process for us, but without sounding too pretentious about it, this river just flows through us, really, carrying music and carrying us and carrying our interests and our loves of life and all those things. You know, it's Auri is a vehicle for that. It's another vehicle of spirit.
That was so cool to hear it from his point of view.
And I can definitely see that with the river. You know, there's many throwbacks to that in the lyrics as well. Like the river's taking them places, and
Oh yeah, and there it's a prolific way, as they said, prophet. What the hell did he say? Prolific, right?
Yeah.
Not pathetic. And they all they all had a chuckle, and it was very like, I think it's so cool because we have this interviewer asking, like, is it like how more special is it to you that you're actually writing this with the ones that you love? And I think it's so cool to see their camaraderie that they have. And then they said, well, like even through Nightwish songs come Auri. So like, is that a hint? Like we're going to be writing a new Nightwish album?
Oh, they've already said, Thomas has already said that he's working on it. So.
Nice. I can't wait to see it because look, Nightwish is like a fine wine. The more they age, the better they get. So here we go. Is the next question. Do you have any special writing routines? And I can't wait to see this because I'm always interested in what the writing styles of Tuomas. And now I want to see where Troy and Johanna come in.
First, I put my shoes on.
No,
I'm not really one to write songs just on a jamming basis. I don't just play.
Yeah,
this sounds good. Maybe I can use this melody and chord pattern in something. I need to have that idea for the song first, always first.
I do.
Yeah, and then start with the music.
Well, I think I'm a bit different in that. I mean, I'm really inspired by different sounds. For instance, Those We Don't Speak Of was born like that. I got really inspired by a keyboard sound.
Yeah.
And then started to ask, what's your story?
Yeah.
What do you want to become?
Well, behind it is a mistake because I mistakenly read that the name of the keyboard sound was Strangers. And it really was just singers later on when I checked it.
Oh, really?
But the word strangers instantly sparked my imagination and I wrote the lyrics. And it was just a fun little story that came out of it. Of that
That's
one
brilliant.
little
I didn't know that. You never
spread.
told me that.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
With mistakes. I think it's something that Neil Gaiman says as
Yes, make wonderful mistakes.
Wonderful
Absolutely.
mistakes. So that was one
Make good art.
wonderful mistake.
Yeah. And like Beethoven, a mistake is nothing, but to play without soul is unforgivable.
Boom.
Well said.
Yes.
Well said.
Absolutely. What is your take? That was like Nightwish. That's Nightwish, Tuomas, Troy, Johanna. That's every one of them.
Yeah, it's interesting to see their different takes on writing and stuff. I think for me personally, if I was that way inclined, I get inspired by my surroundings rather than, whereas Tuomas, it just comes to him. But for me, it would be like my surroundings that would inspire how I would write personally.
Yeah. I like how he said it all starts with an idea. And then Johanna was like, no, it's different for me. So they're all individuals. They all do things differently. That's what I love about people, their individuality, their originality. And I think like the reason why I think I fell in love with Marco as quickly and as hard as I did was that he plays with soul. He plays with conviction, and he doesn't just sit there and
right. I mean, the whole band does. Like,
right.
You can just tell they enjoy what they're doing, especially now that they're Now Floor is in the group, and it's more
Yeah.
cohesive. They're more. You can tell they're more of a family now. That there's
Yeah.
that family dynamic.
Right. And
There
it hasn't
isn't
changed either.
right. There isn't a stress or a strain on the band because of different personalities and things like that. That you can, if you go back and watch even End of an Era, you can tell that like it just feels like Toya's a guest singer.
Yeah.
Whereas if you go and watch Vok in 2013 and everybody's smiling and they're having fun and they're just all together as one, which is how a band should be.
Right. And I think like I love Taria, I love Annette, and I love all three of them different in their own different ways. But like what you said, like Floor, and I've said this I don't know how many times, it seems like she was the exact missing puzzle piece that Nightwish needed to place in that puzzle to become whole, to become happy. And if you look at performances, like you said, from Vok in 2013, if you're looking at performances from Vok in 2013 on to even the new ones that they're coming out with, even the fan cam ones, they look happy.
Right.
They look like they are a family unit. They look like they belong together. And I noticed that when I first watched The Greatest Show on Earth, was my first introduction to Nightwish. And I haven't been able to look back since, because it's like I just it took off, and I was off and running with the band, and I thought that like immediately, like this band is like a family, and I'm always been the one that's the family type, the family oriented. I love family. I think family always comes first, and it's so important. And when Marco left, it was like a shock to my system. Like, wait, what just happened? Because I was looking forward to meeting him, and
me too. I wanted to get VIP for whenever the next tour would be with them all, and I'm still going to get it regardless, but it's just going to be different. That it'll be Yuka now instead.
Yeah, and I think I was really upset because I really did like personalize it, and I really was selfish about the whole thing. Like for months until the Islander Arms, and then I seen Yuka, the VIP interview that he did, and he said, I've always dreamed of playing big stages like this. I have always wanted this. And then I kind of reached that acceptance phase of the grieving process of grieving Marco's stepping off from Nightwish, and I was like, oh, okay, then, like, it's Marco is stepping aside and letting somebody else live that life. And
I think I put out a video that day that he came out, that he left, on my reaction channel.
Yeah, you did. It was January 12th. I don't think I'll ever forget that day.
And Vivi, I think they were a family in the beginning, like when they first all got together. But then when those tensions rose with Taria and her husband, that's when things started obviously to fall apart. And you could see that on stage. Like you watch Everdream from End of an Era, and you look at Thomas's face, and now what he's about to do. You can just see it.
Right. And I think watching the End of an Era documentary, like I know a lot of people will disagree with me on this, because a lot of them are Taria fans, and that's it. It's like, but I look at it with a non-bias perspective. I'm looking at it like I am being empathetic to all, like I'm putting myself in everybody's shoes here. No, I don't like the fact that letter was an open letter, but there were some tensions. People got a little bit too big for their britches. And when I seen the look on Thomas's face, when you could just tell he was hurting really bad. And
I mean, for somebody to write a song like The Poet and the Pendulum.
Yes. And, it's, I stay of picking sides. I'm a very neutral person because I don't like conflict. I really don't. I really get anxious and a lot of anxiety when there's a lot of conflict and you're wrong. This is it. This is what really happened. No, F you.
Yeah,
F this.
I don't get that to this day. Like, I understand you have a preference, but then to come in and be like, well, Tauri is the best singer and Nightwish is done for me. Well, great.
Well, cool.
Good for you.
Keep
Don't
it
bring that
stepping.
negativity into.
Right.
You know?
I agree with you. I think, I love Taria with Nightwish. At one point, yes, if you see like from the beginning, yes, they were they were a family. Of course they were. They grew up together. They started that band together. But as tensions mounted, as, people grow up, they change. People change. And I think that they all outgrew one another, but I empathize with every one of them. And I say, okay, like I see it from her perspective. I see it from his perspective.
They're both at fault.
Right. Absolutely. And like my introduction with Nightwish was with Floor in it, with Floor in the band, with Floor at the helm, with Floor singing lead vocals, and she blew me away. And I was immediately captivated. And I'm like, who is this woman? Like, she is a magic. She's absolutely magical. And, but I got to know all three of the singers. And yes, I love all three of them. But, I love Nightwish for who they are today. And even with Yuka in it, that was my acceptance of, hey, Yuka is now the bass player of Nightwish. It is what it is. Let's just, I'm going to support Marco still, whatever he decides to do, if he's going to keep up with Taro or whatever he wants, the Northern Kings, the Powerless Trio, whatever he wants to do. I'm cool with it.
Right.
And just like we said earlier, this is Auri. I'm going to support this band as well because I love me some Tumas. I love Troy and I love Johanna. I think that it's just something that we should do. I think it's based off of your own individuality, but nobody in there should be attacked for that.
No, they shouldn't.
No. So this we only got about a minute left of here. So here's the rest of the interview. Let's see, what's the question? Did you acquire any new writing methods?
All the things that took us places and combined them into the thing. So it was.
Yeah, we've never done lyrics together, the three of us, for one song.
Yeah.
So that was new.
That was new. Because the way we work is we get the pieces together and throw them at each other. Lyrically, they're always complete, nearly complete. They're always adjustable to whichever direction the song's taken us in. But on the whole, that's kind of our operating manual in Auri.
I love that.
It's one of the best interviews I've ever done.
It's brilliant. It's just brilliant.
How sweet was that?
Yeah.
I love that. I absolutely loved that. How they were talking about, usually with Nightwish, we're all throwing it. And it's so crazy how it all works. And then with Auri, he says that we're doing it all collectively together. And wherever the song takes us, I think that it's important that we get to know how they do it. Because a lot of people are like, how is this possible? This amazing music. And so they show us. And I think that's special that they do that for us.
Yeah, and I like how Torma said at the end that it was one of the better interviews he's had. I'm sure he's had many where he's like,
oh yeah. Oh yeah, they're probably just like, hey, how do you write the music? How do you do this? Why? What?
So that's why, like, if I ever manage to get anybody on my channel, I'd want to ask them things that isn't rehashed all the time,
right? Like the Poet and the Pendulum. Why don't you guys play it anymore?
Yeah,
It's
obvious why they don't play it anymore.
Yeah,
because he's not in that place anymore. He doesn't need to be dragged back to that place either.
No. I think it was a very healing moment for him to write that and move on from it. And I think the last recorded version that they played was Wembley on YouTube, and you could see how hard it was for Floor to sing too. So it's very tough on them to bring, like, especially if they're not there in that place mentally anymore, to be like you said, rehash back there. It's like, it's like moving on. Well, like you and I, we moved on from toxic relationships. Do we want to constantly be brought back there? No. And until I like blocked people out of my life, I was not able to move forward because it kept going on. It's like, Jesus, Pete, leave me alone already. Please, God, let me move on happily. And once I got to just say, you know what, I got familiar with that block button. I was just like, yep, that's it. I will never go back there. You're not going to be coming back in my life to bring me back there. Move along. Forget that I exist. And I'm going to forget that you exist. Nora, I will never forget what you've done to me. Never, ever, ever. But I will forget about you.
Right.
I think it's very important. And I think like them playing, going on and being successful on their own. I think it really did, there people have to understand that Nightwish, Tarja, Annette, they're right where they want to be today.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Tauri just did the voice of Finland again, so
right. She's an amazing soul. She's an amazing artist. I respect her 100%. But Floor's my jam, and I'll never I do adore Annette and I do adore Tarja. But like Floor she's hands down my favorite vocalist in the world. In the entire world. She is my number one favorite. All right, you guys, that does it for Auri with Tauri and Just Jen. I want to thank you guys for coming and watching the us react to the new Tauri album. Tauri album. Did I just say that? Hey, Tauri, you got a new album out. People, dang it, I told your secret. Just playing, you guys. The new Auri with Tauri. It was such a fun stream. I love you. I love you so much, girlfriend. Thank you again for coming. I really appreciate you. You guys, this will be uploaded. It'll be available for the people who haven't seen it. It'll be available on the channel.
Thanks for having me, and I loved it too. And it just, like I said, it was such a great experience to experience it with somebody who appreciates Auri for what they are and what they do. And yeah, it was a lovely afternoon. But my belly's been grumbling for like 20 minutes. So
you gotta go eat something. All right. I love you, girl, and I will see you guys. I'll see you guys live. I think I'm streaming tomorrow on Tuesday. I'll talk to you guys after the stream. Love you guys. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.